All right, well, it's November the 10th. Here we are. We went through the rocket attack, and we're all running off the hill now. And I get down to this little creek. Well, there's a Marine in there. It needs a hand up because he can't get out. And that starts another story. When I was going to high school, I left Hughes Springs, Texas, and after the ninth grade, my family moved to McKinney, Texas. And I started the 10th grade in McKinney, Texas. Well, I thought I was doing good, and all of a sudden I get called to the office. So I go to the office, and they called Jimmy Murphy. They said, Jimmy Murphy to the office, and I went up there, and there's another guy in there, and he said, who are you? I said, well, I'm Jimmy Murphy. He said, well, I'm Jimmy Murphy too. And I learned to know him, and we was pretty good friends. And but his name was Jimmy Lee, and my name is Jimmy Bond. And he was about a grade ahead of me. So I didn't just hang with him all the time or anything, but we knew each other. And after he graduated, well, I never saw him again, and until that day that Marine said, "Can you give me a hand up, Marine?" I looked down there, and it was the other Jimmy Murphy. I couldn't believe it. So I gave him a hand up, and he said he was with the Lima Company, and I was with Mike Company. And after we got through with that, we went to a place called Camp Carroll. Another good friend of mine, uh, T.J. Kelly, uh, knew the other Jimmy Murphy too, and was real good friends with him. TJ was the air guy. He's the one that called all the medevacs in, the airstrikes, and things like that. Anyway, we get away. I helped the other Jimmy Murphy out, and I did get to see him, and we had a reunion there at Camp Carroll. And after that, that's the last time I saw the other Jimmy Murphy because he rotated not too long after that and went back to the States. However, myself and TJ looked for him for a long time, and finally TJ told me that he had found him, that he had passed away, and he was buried in Alabama. And I have yet to be able to go see his grave, but I will one of these days. Uh, let's get back to the story. We were sitting in a bomb crater. There was about 10 of us there, and we were just sitting there shooting the breeze, and all of a sudden, you could hear mortar tubes thumping. You know, the NBA was trying to get us with mortars and stuff, and you could hear them thumping way off, and uh, a guy named Dale Myers was right in the middle of this bomb crater, and we was all talking and everything, and all of a sudden a mortar round comes in and lands right by Dale Myers. And to our surprise, it just sat there and smoked. Well, we all lunged for it, and Dale got to it first. And he picked it up with both hands and threw it out of the bomb crater. And about the time it hit, it went off. Nobody got hurt. Dale got both his hands burnt, and he received the Silver Star for that action. I was really grateful to him. He saved all our lives. Uh, there again, I found out earlier this year when I looked him up on the 3-3 site that Dale had passed away earlier with cancer. In fact, a lot of us have passed away with cancer. Just a whole too many of them. Okay, that's about it for the for November, and Oh well, I'm sorry. That day was November the 10th. November the 11th. I'll start out with it next time. See y'all later.